Welcome to the community of
engineers, the change agents in the society.
In this video, we will solve few example problems related to the angle of twist under elastic range. Let us consider a hollow circular shaft of length 1.5 meter. One end of the shaft is fixed. The shaft is made up of material having modulus of rigidity 77 gigapascal. Outer diameter of the shaft is 60 millimeter and inner diameter of the shaft is 40 millimeter. Now we have to find the value of torque to produce a twist of 2 degrees at the free end of the shaft. Now to solve this, we would be using the expression of angle of twist, that is phi is equal to TL upon Gj. Since we have to calculate the value of torque, so rewriting this expression as T is equal to Gj phi upon L. Here we know the value of the modulus of rigidity J. We know the value of phi and we know the length of the shaft. So first we have to calculate the value of this polar moment of inertia, that is J, by using this expression. J is equal to half pi C2 raised power 4 outer radius of the shaft minus the inner radius of the shaft raised power 4. So using the values half pi, since outer diameter is 60 millimeter, so the radius of the shaft is going to be 30 millimeter raised power 4 minus inner diameter, that is 40 millimeter, so the inner radius is going to be 20 millimeter raised power 4. After solving this, we have the value of polar moment of inertia, that is 1.021 into 10 raised power minus 6 meter 4. Further, the value of angle of twist, that is in degrees, that is 2 degree. To convert this into radians, we have to multiply with pi divided by 180. So the value of phi in radians would be 34.9 into 10 raised power minus 3 radians. So using these values in the expression, that is T is equal to Gj phi upon L. G is 77 gigapascal. J, that is 1.021 to 10 raised power minus 6 meter. Phi, that is 34.9 to 10 raised power minus 3 radians divided by the length, that is 1.5 meters. To solving this, the torque that is 1.83 kilonewton meter. So the torque to produce twist of 2 degree at the end of the shaft is going to be 1.83 kilonewton meter. In example 2, we will again use the same shaft with same dimensions, but we have to find the angle of twist to produce a shear stress of 70 megapascal. As we know that the shear stress on inner surface of the shaft is going to be the minimum stress. So using Hooke's law, that is tau is equal to G gamma. So tau minimum is going to be G gamma minimum. So first we have to find the value of minimum shear strain that is going to be on inner surface of the shaft. So gamma minimum is equal to G upon tau minimum. The value of G, that is 77 gigapascal, and the value of stress minimum, that is 70 megapascal. So the value of gamma minimum is going to be 909 to 10 raised power minus 6. So further, as we know that gamma L is equal to rho phi, or gamma minimum L is equal to rho phi. So we have to find the value of this phi. So phi is equal to gamma minimum L upon rho. Now the value of gamma minimum, that is 909 to 10 raised power minus 6. The length of the shaft, that is 1.5 meter, and the rho, that would be the inner radius of the shaft. Since the diameter of the inner diameter, that is 40 millimeter, so the inner radius of the shaft is going to be 20 millimeter. So after solving this, we have the value of this phi, that is 68.2 into 10 raised power minus 3 radians. Now to convert this value radians from radians to degrees, we have to multiply with 180 upon pi. So the angle of twist is going to be 3.91 degrees. In this problem, consider two shafts connected together held by supports at the ends. One shaft is solid and the other shaft is hollow. Length of both the shaft is same, 125 millimeter. Outer diameter of the shaft is same, 22 millimeter, and inner diameter of the shaft is 16 millimeter. Torque of 120 kilonewton meter is applied centrally where both the shafts are connected. Now we have to find the torques exerted by the supports. Now considering this problem, it is a statically indeterminate problem. So we have to draw free body diagram for the application of the equilibrium conditions. Now the equilibrium condition TA plus TB equal to 120 kilonewton meter. Let's say this is equation 1. Also, we know that the overall angle of twist has to be 0. So phi is equal to phi 1 plus phi 2 is equal to 0. Let's say this is equation 2. Now, starting by using equation 2, we can write this as phi 1 equal to phi 2. Now, using the expression of angle of twist, we can write this as T1 L1 upon G1 J1 equal to T2 L2 upon G2 J2. Since L1 is equal to L2, let's say L, and G1 is equal to G2, let's say G. So we can write this as T1 upon J1 equal to T2 upon J2. Or we can write this expression as TA upon JA is equal to TB upon JB. Now, solving for let's say TB, we can rewrite the expression as TB is equal to JB upon JA TA. Now, first we have to calculate the value of polar moment of inertia for the shaft, solid shaft, and polar moment of inertia for the hollow shaft. Now, for polar moment of inertia for solid shaft, that is JA, is going to be half pi C2 raised power 4 or half pi, since the diameter of the shaft is 22 millimeter, so the radius of the shaft is going to be 11 millimeter raised power 4. So the value of polar moment of inertia for the case of solid shaft is going to be 230 into 10 raised power minus 6 m4. Now to calculate the polar moment of inertia for the hollow shaft, that is going to be half pi outer radius raised power 4 minus inner radius raised power 4. So that is going to be half pi outer radius, that is 11 millimeter raised power 4 minus the inner radius, that is 8 millimeter raised per 4. After solving this, the value of JB is going to be 166 into 10 raised per minus 6 meter 4. So using the same expression, that is for TB is equal to JB upon JA TA. So by using these values, 166 10 raised per minus 6 meter 4 upon 230 10 raised per minus 6 meter 4 multiply with TA. The value of TB going to be 0.72 TA. Now using this value in equation 1 by substituting value in equation 1, TA plus 0.72 TA equal to 120 kilonewton meter. So the value of TA comes out after solving this 69.8 kilonewton meter. Now again using this value in equation 1, we can get the value of TB, that is 50.2 kilonewton meter. With this we end our discussion here.